And now for our feature presentation.
This is great because on the back it actually says this film is also known as
the I'll Watch It Later podcast.
You ever heard of that film?
And now, on with the show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the I'll Watch It Later podcast.
the podcast where we lie to our friends about the movies that we've seen.
And joining us today is Grumpy McGrumpyface,
Back from his whirlwind tour of Anaheim,
Aaron. How's it going, Aaron?
Hello.
And to my right, Aaron's best friend, Jordan.
Acquaintance.
You wouldn't
Best
know by the
acquaintance.
amount of times we hang out.
Oh, by the way, I'm Scott.
Hi, Scott.
Who else doesn't
There we
hang
go.
out with me?
I didn't know what to do, so I had to I had to do the Vin Diesel arms.
This is Brazil. His arms are all fucking 9 feet long.
I was literally Ricky Bobby. I'm like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
Say it's a movie podcast. We do movie references. It's great.
Oh shit!
Hey, watch anything this
So
week?
it's been a week. It's been a week.
It has been a week.
It's been a week.
What a week.
Aaron, what did you watch this
What a
week?
day if you guys got that bonus shit in the beginning.
Maybe we'll put that out as bonus content for
Hide that at the end. See how many people have actually listened to the end of stuff.
6 minutes after the podcast ends.
Dude. It's one of those hidden tracks, on the old Nirvana or whatever. You have to wait.
like
Track 13 is just silence
the
until all of a
Newfound
sudden
Glory
you hear
Christmas track.
all our fucking shit gets put at the end. Oh, you heard that, huh? Well, here's a prize.
Thanks for waiting around.
Give it out. Anyway.
Nobody wants our prizes.
I don't know. When I contacted Robert about haunted Turkish fucking
Bath
delight,
house.
he seemed very enthusiastic.
I haven't sent it out yet. It's sitting right there in that box.
I figured.
That's what's in that box right there.
That box?
Yeah, that one. And then the other one's like a mug. That's why we're not going to open it on the air because it doesn't matter.
Is it a funny saying on it or something? Or
It's
is
the
it Quentin Tarantino.
It's the
one?
Quentin Tarantino one from Rock and Fox.
Gotcha. Anywho,
Anyway,
movies, right?
yeah. What about them?
I've seen a couple.
Well, good because I didn't watch any this week.
I tried watching something, but just didn't pan out, man.
What was it?
I tried watching that Mark Maron stand-up.
It's
rough.
I tried watching some of it too. I got him out maybe a third of the way in.
As much as I love his acting and his movie stuff, it was just he just came across as just a bitter fucking get off my lawn old man.
Well, he's
and
lost
it was
his
just,
girlfriend.
and I was just kind of like,
recovering
Right.
from a
Well, I
wreck.
mean, this was basically therapy through comedy, and the comedy doesn't start
yeah,
right away.
the comedy doesn't exist.
The therapy starts for a while.
Usually you come out with your heavy hitters. You come out with your stuff that's going to draw people into your
Right.
stand-up. I kind of the same way, man. After about a third, I was just like, all right, I'm done with this.
I'll probably finish it, but man, it is. You got to be in the right. I hate when we do this, but the right headspace for this sort of thing. It is
like I am not in for today's show.
right. Could you imagine if we did this at 9 a.m.?
Well, I was going to go to the thing there, and I just was like, nah, I'm good. I went to Disneyland on Thursday,
Yeah,
and then I came back yesterday.
which was news to me.
I could have swore we talked about it last week.
No.
I would have bet money.
I know you were 100%. I went back and listened, and 0%.
Really?
0% you didn't mention it. Yeah, you said you were going.
No, because
you said you were going to be busy Thursday night, but you'll be back by the time the show was we're going to record. So I had no idea that you were actually leaving the state, doing
Well,
your own thing, and then I saw Kim's post and well, is that why you can't? Because Kim's gone,
no.
and that you have to be babysitting dad. And then I realized, no, you pawned the kids off on other people, and you guys wanted to be children
not-
and go to Disney. And it
Not
was
me. No, I could because I was like, hey, can we go Friday night to see Ant-Man? And you were like, no, I'm busy. And I was like, okay, because I will be out of town on Thursday is what I thought I said.
I didn't even think you even said out of town. You said you said you'd be back by that time.
Well, we went to Disneyland Sweetheart Night, which is this thing they're running for Valentine's Day, and it was an extra. So say you have to buy regular Disneyland tickets, which we already have the Magic Key, but then you got to buy additional tickets in order to get to this, and it's not as many people. It was subpar, to say the least. For a Disney event, it was very well, I never need to do this again.
It reminds me of those grad night things where they say, okay, you
It's
can stay all
exactly
night
like
long
that.
after closing, and then you guys can fucking wreck
Pretty
the park
much. It's
for an
like-
extra $75.
It was 9 to 1, and then so we wanted to get dinner, and we went to get dinner, and they're like, oh well, we don't have any reservations till midnight. And I'm like, who eats at midnight, you giant sacks of
9
shit?
till 1. Like, that sounds fucking, again,
we
horrible.
didn't stay at 1.
Who eats at midnight got mad at me because he didn't have dinner till 10.
No, because I waited for you. There was a difference. I was hungry, and I was like,
By
I will,
9 o'clock,
I will
I'm thinking
eat
to
at the
myself,
theater.
I'm like, this fucking bed sounds pretty
Fuck, I
good
should've had
already,
dinner
man.
4 hours ago.
Disney's
So-
like, nope, we're just starting to love.
So my
It's
problem
like
with
TGI McScratchies, where it's like every time is midnight, and they just start it all over again. It's like, fuck.
my problem is that when you do these types of things, you have to wake up super early in the
Oh,
morning
yeah.
to fly out, and then you go and you hang out at the park, and then you have to go to bed super late, and then wake up early the next day to catch your flight home because you're only doing like a turnaround. So I was just fucking exhausted. Yeah,
Imagine if you did that in one day.
we did, and then we took a nap. We took a nap, so that was like the best part of the trip. I mean, Disneyland is fine. I realize that now that I have children, I don't care as much about Disneyland without them. So I know what you said, but the point I was trying to make was like, I'd rather see what my kid would do with this than what I would do with this.
No, it's fine. But what I'm saying is go to Disney World, you get to drink, you get to have fun, and I don't care what my kids see or want not to see. I don't want them around. Daddy wants to get drunk around the world.
Well,
See,
you
I'm
can
in the same
drink.
mind frame.
You can drink in California Adventure.
Yeah, it's not as fun.
I would.
As much as I've tried it, it's just not. It's not the same. Like, it is weird that the East Coast and the West Coast are so. It's night and day, and I. It's weird to say it, but it is, because when you're going to Disney World, you're in this bubble. You're literally in this bubble where
Epcot.
you stay on property. They bus you to where you need to be. You never have to get in your car. You never have to drive. You never have to worry about anything. You got those magic bands. You're just scanning your little wrist. Beep, beep, beep.
I
and
did
then,
that.
I know, that's what I'm saying. But, like, it is so self-contained that you don't have a care in the world. Nothing matters. And you're drinking. You're having fun. You don't think about anything. And the last thing I want to do is worry about what my kids are doing.
No, I wasn't worried about what they were doing.
Disneyland is a little bit different.
Like, I would ride, like, I rode in Credit Coaster because it's, like, my favorite ride. And I was like, oh, I can't wait
Really?
to take
That
my...
one?
I love that ride.
Oh, have you been to, like, Magic Mountain, like, been on real roller
Yeah,
coasters?
yeah.
Okay.
No, not my favorite roller coaster of all time.
No, I know,
My favorite
I'm
roller
just-
coaster at Disneyland.
Well, it's really the only roller coaster at Disneyland.
Unless you're on the
Big Thunder
the
Mountain.
Your
Toon
list
Town.
is very small.
No, there used to be Six Flags. There's like this sweet like ninja roller coaster. That's my favorite roller coaster of all
Ninja?
time.
The Viper?
No, it was called Ninja. It was like through like it was
through the forest.
it was a drop down and it would go through like a forest and do like
No, Ninja, you're sitting in cars, but the cars are dangling.
yes,
Yeah.
the dangling cars
That's weird.
It's also-
'cause that one's old.
It's
That one's
also,
like an
also
Is it?
Batman.
or Goliath.
Goliath's
Batman's
alright.
okay.
Batman's all right.
I found the newer Batman one was better. I can tell you which one sucks is Green Lantern.
Oh, Green Lantern's the worst.
It hurts.
It's a boomerang. It's one of those like mousetrap coasters, and it's the worst because they used to have one like that called Boomerang, and it hurt my neck.
You rode the wooden one, right?
I don't
That
Colossus?
one will fuck you
the
up.
Colossus. I think
changed it.
so, but I
They
don't.
changed it a couple years ago. I went and they
That's
changed
one of
This
the
is
most
the-
rough roller coasters.
They
This is the
changed
roller
it. It's
coaster
called,
podcast. now.
I forget what it's called. It's Colossus changed where they did dual tracks now, and it's all metal except for the wooden structure's still there, but it's metal now. It's smooth, and it's like you're racing another car. And at some points, one car's going like this, but you're upside down over them. It's the weirdest thing. It's so cool.
When was the last time you were at Six Flags?
About 2 years ago,
Oh, okay.
2019.
I like the Superman ride only because the guy makes the ride. The ride is okay,
Shoot straight.
but
up in the
he's
air.
like, "Hey, is this your first time riding? Okay, can you lift your arms up?"
And then
And I know
shoot
he
you
does
up
it.
there.
He's gonna do it. And
He's an
I
asshole.
play along every time. So yeah, and then they shoot you straight up, and it's a lot of
So
fun.
why don't you invite me to Six Flags? I'll go to Six Flags with you.
I don't know, man.
I have no one to go to Six Flags with. Like the last time I went, it was the last time I get to go because no one else goes with me.
I don't know if they have the fat seats.
I'll be,
so I
wait,
might
I'll be
need to
waiting
lose
for that
weight.
text. Hey, man, you want to go to Six Flags? Hey, let me check my schedule real quick. Fuck. He hates me.
He hates me.
No, you guys, you can make fun of that all you want, but I believe every time I invite you somewhere, you're like, no.
It's a
Like the fact that you're
100%
going to
no for
Vegas is incredible to me.
Well, it still hasn't happened, man.
True.
Last minute, he's gonna say, "Well, I don't know if I can make it."
Nah, I still need to put. I don't even know when that is. I gotta put the
It's
time in.
October.
October.
We still got to figure out where we're staying.
I we were literally at Disneyland when I bought the tickets, and I said, "Do you want to go?" And you were like, "Yes." And I bought the tickets.
I think it was more like, "Hey, I'm buying these tickets, and you're going."
No.
You got to
I
think he
asked,
was
and you
also
said
coming off that
it would be
guilt of the
something-
Blink 182 debacle. So, I mean, I think there was a lot of emotion in that.
No,
in that
I
time.
remember the conversation. We were at Star Tours, and I said, do you want to go? And I need to know right now. And he said, yeah. And I said, okay.
I was like, sure,
You're
whatever.
like, speaking of shuttles to Alderaan, do you want to go to Vegas in October?
Yeah, that's exactly how
I
it
love
worked.
that ride. Anyway,
Anyway, so what'd you watch then? Because I didn't watch shit.
the history of roller coasters. No, I'm just kidding. I watched Infinity Pool finally.
Whoa.
It was on Soap, so I
What?
watched that. First of all, I didn't realize the whole breastfeeding thing was like toward the end of the movie. For some reason, I thought it was like a big chunk of the middle. For some reason,
I told you.
I enjoyed it. Like, it wasn't as. I think when I think of a Cronenberg movie, either his son or Cronenberg Senior, I always think of like these weird like body horror, gross out things, and this wasn't as bad as I originally thought it would be. I think the premise was cool. It was exactly like you described. I mean, it's just they go to this place, they meet up with the family, not the family, but the other chick and her husband. She's a big fan of his one book, and it kind of gets obsessive. I think my take on this is that I think the clone survived.
Well, I think they both did.
Didn't he beat him to death
Well,
when they got into a fight?
well, at the end, one's at the airport and there's one back at the thing, at the resort.
Oh yeah.
And I think he sent the clone back to live in the real world, and he's staying at the resort. That's my
But see,
theory.
He didn't go back to the U.S. though. He's decided to stay and then goes back to the hotel during the monsoon.
I think that one went back, and because like that's the theory that's floating around the internet. But and if you look, the guy at the end doesn't have any like scars or anything on his face, and the dude at the airport does.
Yeah, maybe I could probably rewatch then because it
Yeah.
might be a multiple watch kind of movie, which is weird because like you watch it, and you're like,
It's
oh,
hard to watch.
it's hard to watch, but it might be something I rewatch.
I do want to see if they ever come out with the unrated version. I will watch it again.
Yeah, the
for
NC-17
100%. We'll watch it again.
My-
But
Like
go
I said,
ahead.
my thought is the reason why he never went back to the U.S. is because he was the clone. This is where he's from, and he maybe wants to be that, stop this shit from happening to other people, kind of.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. He just seemed to really be enjoying sitting there watching the rain fall on him.
Well, because he's a baby. He's brand new. Well, like I said, because the guy, I forget his name, when he was forced to watch the first clone get killed, he was he was a little bit more into it than I think he originally thought. And that's why, his wife or the girlfriend or whatever gets sent away and he stays to, deal with all the shit.
No, he hid his passport because he was
Well, that's what I'm
into
saying.
it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, he was so into it that, he wanted to see it happen. And that's why I think the one that felt less into it toward the end that, wanted to run away, get shot, and all that shit was the clone. I don't know. It's weird. It's. I think it's a multiple watch. It's a hard one to watch.
Yeah.
So
I liked Mia Goth's real voice, like I
she's
said.
a fucking
When
weird
she's
Victorian
following
haunted
with-
doll or something.
With that fucking car.
JT!
James. Yeah.
She's weird, man.
I don't know. I like
I think she's a good actress. I just think it's sometimes hard to get past how weird she is. And she takes weird roles, which is fine.
Yeah,
I can't see her in a mainstream, movie. She seems like
Maybe.
one of those
she's not showing up in the
niche
MCU
type.
anytime
No,
soon.
no. She's MODOK. But no, I enjoyed it. I really did, and
They really fucked with his origin, by the way.
that's what I hear.
So
Anyway,
Scott,
Scott didn't watch anything.
I saw Ant-Man last night. I was
Talk
supposed to
about it.
see it with you,
Oh, let's get into that.
but you did go with me because you were like, "Hey, do you want to go at this time?" And I was like, "Yes." And then you were like, "No, I'm going to go to this theater." And I was like, "No, you've already made plans." And so I'm going to go to the theater we already had plans at.
So he's stuck on the wrong plan.
Anyways,
Inability to bend.
no, I usually bend. I
Just
just
go
really
to
wanted
fuck-
to eat dinner.
You just go to
Anyways,
In-N-Out's right there.
no, I don't
Failure
want
to
it
plan
now.
is a
Go to
land of
go to
fail.
Del Taco. There
No,
was many food choices
stop it.
that you could have eaten.
Anyways,
You wanted a subpar plate of French fries and whatever.
I got
dessert
the
that they
loaded
put on.
fries
There it
and
is.
I got
See,
a
I knew it.
hamburger.
I didn't even
wanted
ask.
loaded fries.
See, I didn't even ask you what you got. I knew you got French fries.
Well, what else is there to get?
Right? That's what I'm saying.
But
Fries
I did
is always
see.
a winning combination.
I did
not
watch Ant-Man Enter the Quantumania or whatever. My takeaway is it's whatever. Like it does absolutely nothing. It looks cool. It looks really cool. There's some scenes in it that are pretty astounding to watch. Like there's a scene with a bunch of Ant-Men that are like running around, but that's really neat. I think Kang so far is better than Thanos. The after credit scenes show like the Pharaoh version of Kang and Immortus version of Kang, so I'm glad that they're getting it right. The rest of the movie is just like a 2. Like it doesn't. It's just there.
It's the second movie to get rotten for the MCU, which is impressive if you think 31 movies in, they've only had 2 sub 60% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know if it's superhero fatigue causing this, because like even the worst of the MCU, the Eternals, is not even that bad.
Well, that was
of a
diversity. That was diverse.
I'm just saying, like, it's not even like that wasn't even that bad. It was just one of those. It's just there.
That's how this Ant-Man feels.
I feel like this was gonna be.
You don't care. Like Paul Rudd's just doing his Paul Rudd thing. It's a bunch of jokes. MODOK is like, he's fucking Yellow Jacket from the first movie.
That's what I saw. Peyton.
I was like, what? And there's like a weird redemption arc with him that just does not make any sense. And then there's Kang, and he's badass, but there's not enough of him. And I found myself like almost falling asleep through most of it. And there's a lot of Janet Van Dyne being like, I can't tell you. Let's go here, and I'll tell you here. Oh, wait, I still can't tell you. There's no time, but there's plenty of time. And you're just
all about time.
You're just like, what? I don't.
You just go back and rewind time.
Exactly.
No, they don't
You
have
got
that.
all
They don't
wrong
have that
hero.
ability
You got all
yet.
the time in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The time stone. What are you doing? You don't watch
So-
these things. You don't know.
The only thing that I thought was cool, like super cool, was they showed like, I guess I wouldn't even call it a trailer, but a scene from Loki 2, like the second season of Loki.
Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah, and
I like that show. Like I like how that kind of set up the start of the multiverse and time.
yeah, and they
Stuff
do
like that.
talk about that a lot. They're like multiverse, time travel.
That's all they say. Those are the words.
They do. They pretty
I
much.
can't
say,
tell
like,
you multiverse. That's what.
Like, welcome to Ant-Man.
Quantumania.
Smells like multiverse.
How was what's his face? Bill Murray? Because I was afraid of seeing Bill Murray. to
He's in
begin
it for
with.
2 minutes.
Good,
and it
because
doesn't.
he's at that phase now where like I don't like Bill Murray in things because he's fucking weird and dumb. I like old Bill Murray, but not old man Bill Murray. Like I need 1970s and 80s Bill Murray, and that's it. Like I want to cut off at some point.
It's the most basic plot. They have to go to the guy
Sure.
to find. They get separated and they're trying to find each other, and one part is dealing with some craziness and the other part is dealing with some craziness. But Janet knows everything about the quantum realm, so she's like, I got a guy who can tell me, and that's the guy.
Oh yeah.
And of course
That's
he
her
does
Rick. He's got all
exactly.
papers.
Yeah, he does exactly what you think he's going to do and turns them in.
Of
But
course.
That's it. But only the big shining things about this was, I think his name's Jonathan Majors
Yes.
as Kang. He's fucking awesome. I cannot wait to see more like badass Kangery.
Did you watch Lovecraft Country?
No.
Watch it. He is good in that, and he's really kind of the only reason I kind of want to see Creed 3. Like I have no care for Creed 3. I know he's talking about the
Sylvester
fight scenes
Stallone.
are inspired by anime. Good for you, Michael B. Jordan.
Really?
Whatever.
By anime?
Yeah, I guess he's a
I'm into
huge
that.
anime fan.
I'm into
Like,
that.
yeah, no, he is a nut, and he's like, well, the fight scenes are inspired by that, so it's going to be very, very much like that. But
And
Jonathan
he's
Majors
Kamehameha
is
wave
fucking
and
great.
fucking spirit bombs.
Kamehameha! Yeah,
The
so
fact that you even know what that is weirdly impressive.
he was doing super.
I mean,
he was doing Street Fighter.
Yeah, I
He
was
didn't
like,
even
that
know
was
what he
that was
doing.
totally
Okay.
fucking Street Fighter, man.
He was like, I'm Ryu. What are you talking about?
I'm old school anime, Street Fighter. That's
Shut
about-
up! I played
that's
Street Fighter and had sex.
about as far
Fucking
as I get
nerd.
into anime.
Um,
That's what he watches in the house alone in the dark. Can't let anybody see him watching it.
I'm like a 3-year-old. I just watch people playing Street Fighter on YouTube.
that's sometimes fun.
It can be fun.
But Kang is a better villain to me than like most of the MCU because he's so diverse. Like he could be a good guy and he's Iron Lad. Fucking like he becomes like it makes sense with what they're doing, kind of like the Fantastic Four. Because in the Fantastic Four, one of the big Kang story arcs is they go back to fight the Pharaoh version of Kang, and then like it kind of like shows up in the future where like the Fantastic Four, and it like has major impacts on Fantastic Four, and it's a comic book from like the 60s that they're using now in like 2018 to like meld together. So I'm just excited.
Does anyone want to tell him it's 2023?
I'm just saying, like, when it comes to comic book stories, it's cool that they're kind of like
That's neat.
overlapping.
And I'm glad they're drawing from older material. Like most of the the problem I'm seeing and the issue that I'm having with all the DC news that's come out is that it feels like he's going to be taking a lot of his inspiration storylines from newer properties, like new versions of Supergirl, new versions of Superman, and
there are some good new Supermans, like
that's fine,
red
but,
and blue and stuff like that.
No, there's no good Superman. Superman sucks. But I'm saying, like, if you're drawing too much from recent stuff and you're not hitting
Superman's
some of
awesome.
No,
if they do Birthright, I would be okay with that.
Superman sucks.
No, he doesn't.
Put that on me.
He just sucks as a movie-based character.
Okay, that's fine.
Because no one can do him right.
No one could do him right at all. He's a terrible character.
He's not.
He has no real inability to do anything. He's a fucking god. How are you going to stop this idiot?
Yeah, he's
you
a
can't.
new god.
And he's bored.
You can easily stop him. He's been stopped many times.
Oh, kryptonite. Yeah,
Not even.
Here's your MacGuffin. Anyway.
Mr. Mixelplix. Stops him all the dude, he's like a fucking Omega god in the new comics. Mr. Mixelplix is. He's incredible. Incredible. I said it weird. anyways, but no. So my theory for the upcoming MCU stuff, like I think they announced Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. I think Kang Dynasty is going to be loosely based on Avengers Forever, which is a comic book came out about like 10 years ago, where Kang has to pull all these Avengers from different time periods to help him to stop him from becoming Immortus, which is like this like kind of like sorcerer version of Kang, and he and it involves the TVA. So I'm assuming that it's all going
Feels
to
like that
make
could be
sense, but at the same time, Secret Wars, I don't know. That's just a battleground thing, and fucking Venom shows up. I don't know. So we'll find out. But
let's get real nerdy. How are we going to get the Fantastic Four into this? Because isn't Kang at some point he's like the grandson of Reed Richards' son, or like how is like future Kang is supposedly related to Reed Richards?
Yeah. Yes.
So are we getting Michael B.
Richards
Jordan being Reed Richards now or something?
I don't know. I'm okay with whatever they do. I understand. I don't care.
They're starting to cast it. So what they're doing, and they're
forming it around Miss Fantastic.
Yeah, the Invisible Girl.
Invisible
Woman.
She's like the most powerful one, and people don't realize that.
No.
So, no, she's not.
Women.
I
didn't say she wasn't. I was just saying that's. So yeah, I read that is that they're gonna cast her and build around her, which it's fine.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. If they
Jessica Alba again,
as much as I have not cared about this phase of Marvel ever, if they can come from behind and just pick it up and just be like, okay, this is because all the Hickman stuff. I'm getting super nerdy here. He's a writer.
No more content. Let's do it.
He's a writer.
No one watched anything. Fucking go off.
He wrote this incredible Fantastic Four run, and it involves Spider-Man and Human Torch dying and blah blah blah. It doesn't matter. But
is that when he went to the Future Foundation?
Yes,
okay.
That's when they've turned into the Future Foundation. Yeah.
Nerdy as shit.
So what happens is fucking Human Torch like sacrifices himself in the negative zone so that they can escape. Then, Sue and fucking Reed and Ben all come out, and then Spider-Man takes the mantle of Johnny Storm. He winds up coming back, and then his son comes from the future, and he's like, Galactus is his herald, and he's like smarter than fucking Reed, like by 1,000,000, and it's like it's crazy. You gotta read it.
So, just for everyone listening, the negative zone is where Aaron goes when we say we don't want to go anywhere with him.
Correct.
Just immediately goes to the negative zone.
I go. I permanently live there.
Immediate.
I have the most real estate in the negative zone.
I'm excited. This movie here, the Ant-Man Quantumania, starts phase 5. So we're past we're past the let's cry about everybody dying. let's stop being sad about everything. Let's stop feeling morose about every stupid thing that's happening.
Someone should have told Ant-Man that.
Right.
Because it's a lot of like, I didn't have a father for 5 years, and now I'm a super.
Now he's in my garage.
Now I'm a super criminal mastermind. I'm also super smart now. I have my own Ant-Man suit.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this starts phase 5. So hopefully they do well by it. I know that it has come out recently that they're going to space things out a little bit more. They're going to not oversaturate the market. They've realized they went too hard.
In the
And now
paint.
they've got to spread it out a bit. So they moved Miss Marvel's movie, whatever, the Marvels.
Off
to,
the planet.
No, they moved it to, yeah.
Damn it.
They moved it to October. I mean, not October, November.
Right,
So they
fucking
moved
trash
it out
can
of the
next to
summer.
the Peeps.
Yeah. So they moved it out of the summer, put it into November. They're spacing out the TV shows a little bit. We're only going to, I think, get Loki and Secret Invasion this year. So they pushed Ironheart and Echo or whatever.
Push it right off.
Put it right to the trash for all I care. I don't
need
care
an
about it.
Ironheart movie.
But they're going to be less saturated in this market and kind of spread it out a bit and see how that works and try to get back on track. So,
Okay.
stumble a little bit. But again, if this is the second movie that's gotten less than 60% on Rotten Tomatoes and there's 31 movies, fuck you, DC.
At some point,
You
I'm going to
can't
have to
do
sit
anything.
down and watch all 31 with my child and just be like, oh, God.
Oh, don't worry about it. I've already planned on doing a Fast and Furious run. I'm going to start at part 1
It's
and go
only
all the way to
9.
10.
It's only 9 of
No,
those.
there's what, 9? And then I got to
Hobbs
watch
and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw. So I got to watch 10
And then
before 10.
It's gonna be like, Parker, what are you doing on Saturday?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know yet, Dad. He's like, fuck, why do you hate me so much?
Damn it. What do you mean you got a fucking nap?
Hey, Scott, do you want to go to fucking Austin and get some barbecue with me?
No.
Okay, then.
I'll go.
Okay.
Let's
Well,
plan ahead and let's
so
go.
I still plan on going.
Dude, I was excited. I was ready to go. You ordered the chips.
I did
Good,
order the
because
chips.
I
They
think
were
I think
way
going next weekend
overexpensive.
probably would have been just such a tight window mentally for anybody. But I think
I don't mind.
if we
It's-
plan it out.
it's a
I'm
t-
ready to go.
It's a 2-hour flight, so it's not that big of a deal.
No.
2-hour flight.
I was
stuck at. Like,
I was doing my
Texas Islands or
fucking
something.
anxiety thing to Kim on both flights, back and forth to fucking.
gripping her legs.
Yeah. And there was a guy next to us. He had to be high as a fucking kite, and he thought it was the funniest thing
Telling you,
ever.
you got to just take edibles or something before you get on these.
It's not
flights.
even that, dude. It's because when I fly alone, I just sit there and I'll like nervously like touch
Rocks,
my pants.
like an
just
autistic
rock
Look,
behind
you're not driving in a train right now. Trains are derailing. Planes aren't flying out of the sky. You're
Yeah.
all right.
Not yet.
Not yet.
It's not
They
like
don't
your-
hold enough chemicals.
It's not like your plane's hauling toxic fucking waste anyway.
Jeez.
Anyways, fuck you, Tucson.
God, I know.
I
We
hope
talked about that the other night, and I guess like the one in Ohio happened, Tucson then happens, and then I guess another train derailed near Detroit. I'm like, well, it's not a coincidence.
I
or
mean, we
anything.
live here, man. Are you really mad about Tucson?
No, that's what I'm saying. I hope it's that disease from The Simpsons where
All I wanted to make sure is how far was it from my house, because I'm closer to Tucson than you guys are. I'm like, oh, that's like 70 miles. I'm good.
You're like, did this hit me?
And it's like, then it's like, it's really windy. I'm like, oh, fuck, it's all coming here, isn't it?
You're like,
There's this-
hopefully it just melts all the fucking roadways and they have to just rebuild everything.
no,
that
there's
actually
this
makes sense.
goes
disease
back
in
way.
The Simpsons where it turns their bodies inside out, and that's what I'm hoping it is in Tucson. So you can identify everyone from Tucson because they're just
Oh, yeah.
inside out bodies,
There you go.
and I hate them so much. If you listen to Tucson, I don't care about you.
No one listens to
You've
Tucson.
made terrible life choices. You deserve every bad thing that happens to you. It is the
Should go to
worst.
Wendy's.
Like, there's like one place. Like,
Yeah,
if
I
you
will
live
go
up
to
towards like
Wendy's.
Laurel Valley,
Yeah.
I could maybe get behind that.
Fuck off.
But other than that,
Anything past Moran is
Yeah.
garbage.
Many years ago, I ruined a newscast in Tucson because I was down there to see a concert, and it was me and my buddy Josh. No, it was worse than that. Me and my buddy Josh and both my buddies were named Josh, so I had two Joshes with me and me, and we were walking past the newscast, and I yelled out, "Hey, is this a story about how much Tucson fucking sucks?" And the guy turned around, and he's like, "We're live," and I said, "I don't give a fuck. You guys suck." He just put his mic down and was like,
No, we're talking about the
wait.
hospital that blew up that killed 40 kids, you
Oh,
asshole.
well, if it was in Tucson, those kids deserved it. Anyways. All right, let's talk about
That's a
Casablanca.
good start to the day.
So,
Just murdered
do
children.
you want to introduce your film?
Anyway, man, I wasn't even ready for it. You always do this.
I
Like,
do.
we're gonna shift gears. You ready? No.
Well, get ready.
Anyway, this week we watched the 1942 romantic drama filmed by Michael Kurtz, starring Humphrey Bogart, Ingrid Bergman, Paul Heinride. We watched Casablanca.
Play it, Sam.
You must remember this. A kiss is just a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh. The fundamental things apply.
You can't get away. Don't hide me. Do something. You must help me. That's
stick my neck out for nobody.
Wise foreign policy.
And when two lovers woo, they still say I love you. On that you
Why did you come back? To tell me why you ran out on me at the railway station?
Yes.
You can tell me now. I'm reasonably sober.
brings as time goes.
There is a man arrived in Casablanca on his way to America. He will offer a fortune to anyone who'll furnish him with an exit visa.
Yeah, what's his name?
Victor Laszlo.
Can deny it's still the same.
It's perhaps a strange circumstance. We both should be in love with the same woman.
A case of do or die. The world will always welcome lovers as time goes by.
He's looking at you, kid.
Is it Ingrid Bergman?
Yes.
Was she married to
Ingrid.
That's her father. I think.
Igmar Bergman? or
I think that
whatever?
was her dad.
Oh, okay.
The Bergmans.
Well, I was curious about that when I was watching. Not curious enough to look it up or anything. Just curious.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder
A lot
if
of
they're
work.
related in some way.
I believe that's her father.
Oh, okay, cool.
Ingmar.
Maybe I'll pick the Seventh Seal one day, and we can watch that. And then Scott will be like, "I fucking hate chess." I'll be, that's not what the movie's about.
No, I believe that. Yeah, that's her father,
Okay.
and she was married to Roberto Rossellini, who I believe is the father, and that's the mother of Isabella Rossellini.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Whoa!
It's all.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, name a movie that she's in.
Don't fucking care.
Pulp Fiction. Eat my nuts.
Isabella Rossellini.
Name a different movie.
Yes, she was.
As what?
She's the girl.
The fucking potbelly chick?
Yeah.
Fucking false.
Hold on.
Okay, Death Becomes Her is a movie she's in.
Oh, eat a dick.
Eat a dick.
Yeah.
Jesus
Jordan's got my back.
Christ. I've never seen someone so confident to be wrong in my life. Isabella Rossellini was not the potbelly chick hanging out with Bruce Willis. She was hanging out with Bruce Willis in Death Becomes Her. Bruce Willis doesn't remember either one of those.
Can you feel it?
Sorry,
Can
Bruce
you
Willis.
feel that?
Yeah. Ugh. It was double paid, soundproof glass. Ah. Ah.
She was in Friends. I remember that.
Yeah, she was.
Ross. She was on Ross's list.
Yeah, well, she's on my list.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, please.
Was it good?
That was good
It
content.
felt great.
Immortalized forever.
I'm a Quentin Tarantino fan. I've got
Ver.
the misspelled shirt, which is I fucking laugh. When I saw that, I had to send it to you. I was like,
Oh
You gotta
yeah,
get that
I
shirt.
got it now. I got it now. I thought it was a link, so I gotta. But
no, someone posted it, so I had to look it up and find it. 'cause
I
someone posted it in some like random picture or something.
I can never watch it now, or I can never watch it. I can never wear it now because it's like made. I can tell it's made in
Did you give
something's
up?
like.
Did you find out I was right?
Well, I knew you were right.
Okay.
But, I knew you were right when you
It's
said
like
it.
if I shift gears and just slowly put
No,
my phone
no,
down.
no,
Put the phone down. So
I was
how's
just looking
Casablanca?
I know. I thought she was because I thought Tarantino. She was in a Tarantino film, but she's not.
No.
But I know he loves her, so I don't.
Oh, she's great. Yeah, she was in Blue Velvet. She was in
Yeah.
Death Becomes Her. She's been in a lot of things.
Wyatt Earp,
Was she Wyatt? Ugh.
Big Nose Kate,
Do you want to know a real fun fact about Isabella Rossellini? That
Wild
you
at
might
Heart.
like?
What?
She used to be married to Martin Scorsese.
I did know that.
Really? Because you didn't know she wasn't in Pulp Fiction.
I could have
Oh,
sworn.
it's hard to tell what you know and what you don't know, so I just want to throw that out there.
I could be wrong. It's okay to be wrong every once in a while.
Every
Relax.
show.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Anyway, yes, we watched Casablanca. That movie was way different than I think I've ever grown up to feel like it was supposed to be. I had no idea what it was about. You get stuck on all the quotes that people always do. You always see the end on these top tens and all this shit.
The end was a top. It was like a very.
It was great.
Yeah.
You know,
When you guys were posting about it, they were like, "Oh, Scott's gonna hate this movie. We love it." And I'm
No,
like,
no,
Why?
no,
'Cause
no,
of all
no.
That's not what I said.
Because of all the Nazis.
oh, he was high-fiving until the Nazis got thwarted at the end.
So her name was Maria de Madrios.
Yeah, say that 10 times fast.
Maria de
Say it one time fast.
Madrios.
Shit, say it one time slow.
I don't. She was in nothing else but.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've never seen her before. Now, to be fair, she has that look.
Yeah.
Like that dark hair,
my
bowl
bad.
cut, fucking
I
weird
coulda
look.
swore I would have. I would have bet money and lost it, but I would have bet it. Weird. My bad. I could be wrong. It's okay.
Yum, 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 yum.
Right.
Taking it
It's
back.
like, Scott, cut this out. This is the show I edit.
Yeah, you edited it. You edited out the stuff I talked about Brian last week.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Oh, it was there.
It was there.
Brian, you're still a bitch. I hope you're having a bad day. I hope
You should send these shows specifically, the ones that we mentioned them. Be like, hey, Brian, check this show out.
I don't talk to him anymore. Like,
And then
he
I'll
would
text,
think it's
then
weird.
you'd be like, I'll text you in 5 years.
No, I'm
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, so what do you guys think
Only
of
like
Casablanca?
4 people understand. Maybe 2 people. I loved it. I thought it was. I've never seen the movie. Never even knew what it was about. I always seen the cover though. The cover where Humphrey Bogart is standing with the
Trench coat.
and the hat, and he has a gun out, and I'm like, this must be a movie about a detective.
Well, and I think
I was
when
way
you
off.
said that, it feels like this could be the Maltese Falcon. The way that cover looks is that okay, he's a detective in the Maltese Falcon, so
No.
okay, so I could see where that could happen, but yeah, way off.
way off. I did not know anything that was happening in this film. Like, not that I didn't know. Like, I was surprised by everything. Like, I didn't know it was about them trying to, like, World War II and them trying to get visas home and stuff like that. And you never really know why Rick is there. He kind of gives his little catchy answers to
He's
everything.
very quick. Like the
Yeah.
dialogue for a movie in the 40s is very quick. Like this could be made now with that same type of dialogue and it would still hit.
Right.
And that's what I found very interesting about it because this is 1942. He's very quick. Like the detective or the constable, whatever his name is. He's like, well, why'd you even come here? And he goes, because for my health, I heard the water's great. He goes, we live in a desert. And he goes, I was misinformed. Like it's just so witty and fast, and he does it a number of times throughout the movie. Rick is such a smooth character, and it's like
And you never know why he's there.
right.
But
well, and they kind of allude why he's there. He's getting away from Paris and his issues and the Nazis. And he just goes to his place where he can be neutral and run the fucking cantina from Star Wars.
But why was Casablanca neutral during World War II?
Because it was a French-occupied portion of Africa, but it wasn't under Axis rule. So, like, when the Nazis marched on Paris, Paris was occupied, but it was technically it was a not occupied portion of France.
Which, for the first part of the movie, though, I'm sitting here wondering to myself, I'm like, why do these people want to leave Casablanca?
Right,
Because
yes,
apparently
I
this is
thought-
a great fucking joint
That's what I
to
thought
hang
too.
out in. And
I still don't really
It's
know
like
why they want to
for
leave.
me, it's like a way station of,
Yeah.
because, I mean, you got to think, if you can get out of
There's probably no
the
jobs.
areas. Well, yeah, you got to work at Rick's
Just
bar or
work
the
at
other
Rick's
guy's
bar.
bar, and that's it.
Just avoid the Nazis.
It's like a way of getting your illegal papers to get out of the area. So
Right.
it's like that little neutral spot where you can get all your wheeling and dealing done, do some gambling, get a drink, get the fuck out. Either
Buy
go to
some
like Lisbon
Fake
and then-
diamonds or some shit.
or fake watch. Or,
Which was the part that actually made me laugh. I actually did laugh at a part in this
Out
movie.
loud.
Wow.
And I was watching it by myself, which is a miracle, is when he's like towards the end of the movie when he's negotiating with the Nazi guy,
Right.
and he shuts Rick's bar down, and he's like, "There's gambling going on
Oh, I
here," and the
fucking
guy walks up and
chuckled.
hands me. He's like, "Here's your winnings, sir," and he's like, "Thank you," and he
Puts it in his pocket, and he immediately, and like without breaking stride, he's like,
Everybody out.
"You'd be remiss to know that there's gambling in the back room. Here's your winning, sir. Thank you." And then anyway, shut the bar down. And it was just like so fast. And you're right. Like it just like I sat there
Felt
and
like,
just chuckled so much.
Marx Brothers.
Right, and that's what I'm
Kid.
saying. Like it felt in points like this should have been a comedy,
Yeah,
but it wasn't.
it was not.
It just had such
Depressing.
like poignant parts of hilarity that like it was just like so little quick things, and it was just I
And then
really
Rick was
enjoyed
cool because he's like, I loved you, but I don't love you anymore, and I'm going to help you because I'm just that badass.
that. He's just
But you
Well-
kind of only find that out at the end because you're you're led to think that he's like actually doing it for her and she's actually in love with him.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I think
Yeah,
he was
and so-
going to until he realized the other guy was as honorable as he was. Because it's when he, was escaping, he had gotten hurt, and he was in the bar, and she was upstairs, but he was down there helping him. He kind of had that turn of
See, I thought
face. Because I think if that scene never happened, he was gonna be on that fucking plane with her and get bouncing, fucking out.
I don't think so. That's why I don't think so. I think he was just always such a badass that he's just like, hey, I did this because I can. You fucking bitch.
I run this town.
Remember that. And dude, I don't know. What are you doing?
Oh my god.
What are you doing? You what?
Producing.
I'm producing. Goddammit.
Look at that. Look how easy that much is than touching things.
You're talking through your nose.
I'm still talking through my nose.
No,
I have like
it's in front of your mouth.
Anytime I fly, it's like I'm sick for a day.
I'm gonna pull back the curtains. I had to adjust Aaron's mic because it was pointed at his fucking nose when he was talking.
There's no curtain. It's a door. No one cares. Anyways,
please stop the show.
Trying to pull back the door of the show.
But yeah, I think he was like everything was to serve his own self-interest, and even at the end when he's just like, hey.
But do you think he was even going to give those papers to them at any point? Like, I think he was content to letting them say, fuck off. I'm not getting involved. Because throughout the whole thing, he's like, I don't do favors for anybody. Like, I don't do favors for nobody. Like, that was his thing. And even for her, she left him, broke his heart. He has been bitter about it to the point where he didn't want Sam playing that fucking song ever again. And when that song came on, he was like rushing to the piano like, motherfucker, I told you no. And then he saw her. He's like, God damn it.
So the way I equated it, maybe because this is the way my mind works, is you guys aren't probably going to understand this. Maybe some people out there will. When I get incredibly horrible service at a restaurant, I will leave a big-ass tip. And you're like, why would you do that?
That makes sense.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's a real fucking...
That doesn't make any sense. And it's like, I want you to know that you fucked up, but like, I'm such... Like, I don't know how to explain it in my mind, but it's like...
Do you just leave the tip, or do you leave a note?
No,
because if you're just leaving the tip, you're not telling them that they fucked up.
It's like praising a dog for shitting in the house, thinking it'll learn because I gave it such good love.
Good job, boy.
Good job, boy. You did wrong.
Like, I'll tip big because I'm such like, I'm like, okay, you fucked up, but I'm gonna do this because you're upon my mercy. If that makes any sense, like you fucked up.
No, they don't care.
Okay, well,
you know what they get? They get that tip and they're like, fuck. Oh. Who cares?
Apparently, what I'm doing is right.
So that's how I feel like. Wow. Like his character is like, I'm gonna do this for you because I fucking can, and that is it.
Oh,
and
see, I didn't see it that way because I also don't tip for bad service. Yeah. So maybe that's why I don't think that way. Like,
do you tip? I don't know if you tip.
Of course,
I've never seen you tip.
I don't hang out with you.
You haven't seen his tip?
Very true.
I thought you guys have seen each other's tips.
Anyways.
Just the tip.
I don't know. That's just how it felt
the show.
Because even at the end, he's like, you got to get on the plane, and we're going to fucking get on,
See, I thought for sure he was 100% in on going with her, and he was more than okay with it until he saw Victor Laszlo in the bar later on. And it was when at that moment he realized Laszlo's such an upstanding dude that he just wants her to be happy, even if it's not with him. And he was more than willing to take the blame, take the fall, as long as she got out. And Rick, I don't think, understood that mentality until he met Victor Laszlo and was like, you know what? I can't take this away. This is like, I'm a neutral party. I've done some shady shit. I'm an asshole. I can run this town. This man is literally the moral high ground. I cannot ruin that. I cannot taint that moral high ground. Despite my wants and needs to be with this woman, she deserves to be with him.
You're probably right, but it more felt like a fuck you to me. I mean, like I said, you're probably right, though.
No, and that's kind of where I was at because, I mean, this dude, Victor Laszlo, I mean, his story sucks. Like, he was in the concentration camp. He got out. He was with her the whole time. She had thought he was dead, so she had moved on. You can't blame her for kind of cheating on him. She didn't know he was alive, and then, he came back. She did the right thing, went back to him. It sucks the way it happened, but it fucking made Rick the most bitter fucking person. And I think part of it is that he was like that because he was already probably kind of skirting that. Like, he was like a smuggler. He was the Han Solo character. As much as I hate to equate it to Star Wars.
Absolutely. I was going to go there, but I was waiting until the end. But.
Yeah, so no, this is sorry.
No, it's okay.
Ruin your Star Wars point.
No, it's okay.
Domino, motherfucker.
But I'm just saying, like, he's that Han Solo character where it's like he's a good guy, he's a bad guy, he's morally ambiguous. He does what's in his best self-interest. And until meeting her, I don't think he was ready for love.
That's why the Han Solo movie sucks, everyone. So you all know that
movie. Anyway, and it was until he met her, he didn't understand, love and how it could change you. And then she leaves, and it kills him. And he goes, like, you know what? I was fucking right. And then that's why he's just been the way he is. And to have her back open that wound, he got drunk at the bar, which was fucking great. That whole speech of, you fucking broke my heart. You're a fucking monster. I don't care about you. Get the fuck out. You're not getting these papers. I was like, this dude is fucking great. And
that's why I feel like he was just like doing it to flex nuts.
No, I don't think it was that deep. I don't think it was that. I don't think that was his intention. I think he was definitely 100% on board with going on that plane and getting out of there. You know what I mean?
But every time they ask him why he doesn't go back, he's like,
Then why would? Okay, so if that was
I'm not saying you're wrong.
No, think about this. If that was his plan from the get-go, why would he sell his bar to the fat guy in the fucking little hat?
Because maybe he was like,
there was no reason to do it.
Maybe he
because if he had planned on staying the whole time, that bar would have never.
I think he thought he was fucked, man. Because until the end, when he shot that guy,
shot the Nazi.
Yeah, I think he thought he was done. Because
that's what I thought.
He was like,
too.
I'm already in trouble. I'm going to sell off these passports, and I'm probably going to end up in a concentration camp. So that's why he sold the bar to him, because he thought he was fucked. Until that guy showed up,
go underground or something.
Yeah, until that guy showed up and he killed him, which apparently these were all played by like concentration camp Jews.
So
yes, I saw that. I read that as well.
So the bar scene where they were singing in German, and then they were singing. Yeah, there were. People were like, those were real tears. They were singing all this stuff because a lot of those were like concentration camp Jews. Because this is 1942. Like, this is the middle of the fucking war. This is the most anti-war in Europe movie at the time. And it's just nuts that they had, Jews from the concentration camps that had escaped or had fled the countries to be in this. And it was so, like, when you know about that and you see that scene, it's a little bit more heartfelt than you ever think. And it's like, shit, that's fucking crazy. And this movie actually has a lot more people in it than I originally thought it did, because I always think Humphrey Bogart, Ingrid Bergman. The French police guy that, Louis, the one at the end that helps him out, that's Claude Rains. That's the Invisible Man. Like, that is fucking rad. And he did such a great job. Like, he was one of those, like, he's always so funny. Like,
Claude Rains was the Invisible Man.
It's another song reference no one's going to get but my brother. My brother definitely got your last one.
What last one?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm through radio in line. The clubs will never get in.
You never heard science fiction double feature?
Oh, yeah. I just, when you sing it, I didn't
Claude
recognize
Rains was
it.
the Invisible Man.
I know, but the tune that you're singing doesn't match up with the way I'm picturing it. So
I was just tone deaf. It's fine.
Right.
I think I'm singing the fucking I the Mighty version or whatever.
Maybe.
It's a fucking Bailey Zimmerman over here. TikTok reference.
But there is another character, the guy who played the main Nazi. His name is Conrad Veidt. He was the inspiration for the Joker.
Really?
Uh-huh. And I'll show you a picture of what he looked like.
Is that the man with the laughing face or whatever? Okay, I've seen the movie.
That's the same
I have
guy.
never seen the movie. I've seen the picture of the movie.
Yes, so that's the same guy as Conrad Veidt. He and the guy who played Victor Laszlo were anti-Nazi 100%. Like, they spent most of their career trying to go against the Nazis, which is
blue hair,
fucking
anti-fascist.
Fucking Antifa. Anyway, Peter
Got
Lorre.
super fat for some reason.
Not my president.
Peter Lorre was in this movie. He was the guy that gave Rick the papers. That showed up, did his thing.
He looked familiar.
Yeah, but he was also in Maltese Falcon. He is a very famous
more about
actor.
Maltese Falcon.
I ordered it and I want to watch it. I've never seen it, so it might be another pick of mine eventually.
It's a 100-year Warner Brothers thing.
I know. I got it. 4K. Get it.
I am.
By the way, this movie on 4K looked gorgeous.
Yeah, I thought so too. That and like Rebel Without a Cause and stuff are coming, so I'm probably gonna.
There's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
This movie was a lot different than I expected. I like hearing the lines that we're used to. He's like, "Oh, here's looking at you, kid," but he says it like 500 times. So he's like, at one point, it's like, "Okay, I get it."
Did you find that super weird though? Because to me, it just almost in today's world, it feels almost a little out of place. Because it just seems like it's just off.
It just like that was like his toast. Like every time he toasted her or they were drinking, he's like, "He is looking at you, kid."
And
I always thought it was like one of those like goodbyes, but it wasn't. It was just a toast.
I like that they pulled a Star Wars on us.
Oh, the played against Sam?
Yeah, they're never said in the movie.
No,
just like it's Luke, I'm your father's never said.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys. I thought it's been a million years that I've heard "Play It Again, Sam." And I'm like, shut the fuck up. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
And now it's not even in the movie. So eat it. Eat this dick.
All you people that thought it was Play
Yeah.
It Again, Sam.
Yeah, you
Man,
fucking
it's
assholes.
mainly just the people of Tucson. There's a Tucson setting.
Tucson people think it's "Play It Again, Sam." You fucking
We're
assholes.
going to find that we were big in Tucson, and then we're going to lose all our listeners.
I hope good.
We're going to lose all our
Good.
listeners.
I hope the one guy in Tucson that listens to us feels really bad right now.
And he can't drive up to get us. The 10 is closed, you asshole.
Go eat Lindy's and shut your stupid, dumb mouth. I hate you.
Bear down, shut your mouth.
Bear down my
Forks
butt.
up, asshole.
Yeah.
Bear down my balls.
Yeah, bear down my butt. I once told Kim when we went and saw Hamilton and fucking.
When you and I went down there.
Yeah. I told her, I was like, oh, I like it down here. I think I'm going to start saying bear down. And she's like, please stop. And I was like, yeah, I would never do that. So
Bear down. I don't know. The campus is nice.
the campus is actually
I know.
very
We had a
nice.
great night. It was like
Yeah.
nice and cool. We walked around a little bit.
Dude,
held
do you
hands. It was
remember it?
great.
Because that's when you liked hanging out with me.
Oh,
And
that's
now
right.
you don't like it anymore.
2020.
So.
The good old
What are you
days.
gonna do?
What?
The good old days.
Yeah.
Remember
So,
when?
Remember when?
Remember
berries?
When I was old and so were you.
Jordan won't understand that reference because he doesn't like country.
Alan Jackson.
I don't like country. I don't know that song. I don't know. Fucking Iron Horse, Iron Man, Iron Pickles.
Big Iron?
Big
You never
Iron.
heard Big
See,
You
I
never
never-
heard Big Iron.
I heard.
Wasn't it in an episode of Breaking Bad?
I think
Probably.
after listening to it, I went back and listened, and I was like, okay, I do recognize the song. I had no idea who sung it. I had no idea the song title. You're like, oh my god, they're playing Big Iron. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I had to go and find
They were
it.
playing Big Iron at
Golden Corral
at the
or-
Golden at the Golden Horseshoe in Disneyland, and I just thought that was crazy because I'd never. And it wasn't. It was like a whistle version, so it was like,
Oh yeah,
yeah, it was
like
fucking,
an instrumental.
Yeah, it was sick, dude. I was.
I'm almost positive it was in an episode of Breaking
I'm
Bad.
sure it was, and it's literally the only reason I knew that I've heard that song.
That's like
because it was in a movie or an episode
Big
of something.
Iron on his hip.
Big Iron on his hip.
I have no idea.
Dude, I love.
Was it Conway
You-
Twitty? I don't know.
No, it's Marty Robbins.
Marty Robbins.
He has a whole like fucking album of just guys going to fucking
hit after hit.
Small Mexican villages having a gunfights. It's awesome.
Wow.
Listen to
No,
it.
thank you.
Oh,
I will
shit.
not. I'm telling you now, I won't do that.
Please.
What's this
No.
other song? I can't fucking remember it, dude.
Exactly.
You play it all
Exactly.
the time.
I know.
And I'm always like, no, play Big Iron. I can't remember the other one.
All right.
I'm
Welcome
looking
back
it
to the Marty Robbins.
That's right.
podcast
Marty
hour,
Robbins podcast.
where we talk about just
Jordan's
one
Big
album.
Red. Yeah.
We just talk about Mexican villages getting pillaged by white settlers.
up. Oh, El Paso.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's also another one with like 3 girls that are Mexican. I don't know. Anyways.
Anyway, Casablanca.
Anyways, Casablanca. So what did you give it?
I hate to do this.
I don't. 5 out of 5.
I was gonna say it's a 5. I don't like giving movies I pick a 5, but
Well,
it's not because I didn't make the movie. I finally got to watch it. I used this vehicle that we're using here to make myself finally watch it. It was worth the watch. I'm glad I own it. I'm glad I'm gonna go watch some of the special features. I even watched a little intro by Lauren Bacall from American Movie Classics or something like that. It makes me really sad that I've never seen a Humphrey Bogart movie.
Well, now you have. So
now I have,
you don't
and
to be
now I'm
sad
going to
about it.
watch, like I said, Maltese Falcon. I'm going to go back and watch, like, African Queen. I was looking up his IMDb. He's made 1,000 movies. There's no chance you ever see every
And this
Humphrey
wasn't
Bogart.
considered one of his better movies.
He didn't want to do this movie.
Right.
I was looking up some stuff, and he was, like, talking to his manager. He's like, I don't want to fucking do this. The dialogue sucks. I'm tired of this. He just didn't want to do it, and it's top 5 movies of history at this point. And it's so iconic, and it's got 7 lines that are easily quotable and that you'll never get past. Like it's just one of the, I gotta say, it's one of the greatest movies made that I see now has influenced movies that
I would like to see it in the theaters.
That would be great.
Yeah.
I think it might actually be playing.
Yeah, I
somewhere
do like
locally.
watching these older movies and seeing influence on newer movies. Like, you're
And
like,
that's what I
oh,
see.
yeah.
Like I see the
Yeah.
influence that it
Han Solo.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
just stupid little things like this is the Cantina Bar. This is the hive of scum and villainy.
Yes.
Everyone's happy. Everyone feels like it's decadent, but no, there's shady shit happening all the time. Illegal papers being passed.
He
back and
doesn't
forth,
like
diamonds
you.
being this. He
I
doesn't
don't like you either.
Right. There's all kinds of little subtle things that you'll notice that you just reach out to every other thing that you love, and that's what heightens the excitement about, I think, going back and watching some of these older things. Like I like finding the obscure. I like finding random stuff like you and I, we talk about Korean movies and all these things, but when you go back just the basics, the classics of the golden age of Hollywood, and you see how it influences everything,
God, suck
this
your
is
dick
great.
already.
And then, fucking... anyway. So,
Leave that in.
5 out of 5.
What'd you give it? A 3.5.
Let me explain myself here.
Oh, here we go.
And
I
I
was
already know
bored.
this the reaction I'm going to get.
Not from me.
So I go into this movie and I'm
fucking
thinking,
asshole.
okay, so everybody talks about this being one of the greatest movies of all time,
Yeah.
right? I spent the first hour of this movie thinking, what the fuck is everybody talking about that this is the greatest movie of all time?
Of course.
Because there's a lot of building up to the fucking last 40 minutes of this movie. The last 40 minutes
this movie's
of this movie.
an hour and a half.
It's an hour and 40 minutes. So the last 47 minutes of this movie is probably where the movie really, where the meat of this movie is.
It takes 40 minutes for Ingrid Bergman to get on screen. I think
Yeah.
that's where he was
So-
bored. He's like,
so
there's no women in this movie.
I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, dude, what the fuck are people talking about? Like, I'm like, this is either something I'm fucking missing the boat, or what's going on here.
Exactly what we
because-
said. Too much
because,
dialogue.
No,
for
I'm like,
him.
it has nothing to do with the dialogue. It was just like, I'm like, okay, where is this going? Like, where is this going to go? It was just a lot to get to that last 40 minutes of this movie. And that's probably why it maybe ticked down a little bit. And this is probably going to be like a second watch for me because I understand everything with it. I just, when people put this as like the greatest movie of all time, I don't know yet. I don't know if I can get that to that point right now. I gave it a 4 because I thought that last 40 minutes of that movie was a fucking banger. It took a long time to get to that last 40 minutes
banger.
that I felt like it was like,
You imagine. People talk about Casablanca. It's a banger.
It's a banger.
no,
It's
it was
fire,
like that last
fam.
40 minutes is like, because I was almost like I was watching it.
I was
You know,
definitely
I'd
sus
kinda-
about Rick's intentions.
I was
but-
doing an errand where I was like watching shit on my phone. I was looking stuff up while
I watched
Right.
the whole movie
while
without being
I
on my
was
phone.
watching it, and then the last 40 minutes, I put my phone down and I was really into what was going on
Right.
because it took that turn. And for me, like I said, that was a more of saving grace. If the whole movie had been like that first fucking hour, I would have fucking probably hated it, and I would have been like, nope, it's just not for me.
I didn't realize it was actually, this movie was based off, like, I think a book or a short story. And it was like, it's weird to think that,
I still didn't know that.
yeah, it's called, and this is, write this down. This is going to be our show title. It was called Everyone Come to Rick's. And that was going to be the original title of the movie.
He's not going to put that in show title.
No,
he'll put like
it'll never happen.
he'll
He'll
put
forget this
some-
conversation.
yeah,
never
he'll be
happened.
like he'll put something random like I don't know.
Aaron's and Marty
Marty
Big
Robbins.
Iron.
You're
Iron,
gonna,
Big
you're gonna
Iron.
fucking write it. You got to send that shit to me.
There's going to be
because
Casablanca, Mexican raiding towns.
after
It's
I.
like, what?
Why won't you hang out with me?
I'll write it down now. Yeah, why won't you hang out with me at Rick's?
Right? You guys want to go to Rick's after the show? No.
Nope. Sorry.
But no one comes to Rick's with Aaron. No, that's the
shit.
show title. But yes, 5 out of 5.
Hey, what was that title again? I'm
Everybody,
sending it to myself.
everybody come to Rick's.
But cum is spelled C-U-M.
Touching tips.
That's how I'm writing it.
Oh
That's
my
fine.
god.
Come to.
But I
Many years ago, I was living in Utah for a year because my dad took a job out there, and
his dad was a
I found
drifter.
out that I was coming back to Arizona.
He'd
and I had a,
come with Rick.
I had a best friend named Mike Greatorex. If you're out there, Mike, hi. Anyways, I wrote him an email, and I wrote, "Mama, I'm coming home," but I spelled coming the wrong way on accident because you know how I spell. And yeah,
What's bad is that his phone probably autocorrected to that,
It
which
wasn't a
means
phone.
he uses it way
it
more
was
than
an
he should
email
have.
that I wrote at school.
I was
So-
typing it out on the fucking the Mac 3.
He was at school writing gum. He got flagged in Utah. Had to go to the principal's office.
Fucking,
So you're in the wrong state for that kind of language, my young
his
man.
buddy's like, I no longer want to hang out with you.
He's like, that's why last time he talked to Mike.
I mean,
That's what.
It was
That's
the
what,
last email he ever
that's
sent
what
to Mike.
started the fucking trauma.
no, funny thing about Mike is I dated this girl in high school, and then we broke up, and he immediately started dating her. And he's like, "Do you care?" And I was like, "Not at all."
Deep
So,
down.
God,
Deep
why would
down,
anyone
he
date
cared.
anyone after you? It's
I
like
did-
fucking after you have that mess,
I
it's
did-
overturning a truck on the 10, man. This is fucking chemical burn it out of here. I don't want anything to do with it.
I said, "Be careful, bro. Your skin might turn inside out." Anyways,
weird.
all right. So,
So I was gonna say, what's Scott picking? Like
I know what he's picking. I'm very excited.
it's Big Iron, the Marty Robbins
Big
story.
Iron, the Marty.
Yeah. Well, we're not too far off.
Oh no, he's gonna pick Pure Country. And I'm
No,
gonna
because
fucking kill
I
somebody.
again, you were talking about Humphrey Bogart.
Yep.
I had another person in mind that I'm like, I remember growing up, and this person was all over the place when I'd see, like, I'd go over to, like, parents' houses, and, you know, you'd see pictures of this person on the wall and stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I've only probably seen maybe one movie from this person.
So we either going to... Okay, so before we do that, we're either going to get a James Dean movie or we're going to get an Elvis movie.
Wrong. I've actually looked at picking Elvis movies.
I've never
seen it.
So now I'm wondering if you... Not that you don't listen, but maybe you don't hear things or something. Because I know he told us exactly what he was picking next week. And I know I said I was going to Disneyland last week.
Not to me.
Okay.
Maybe because you guys hang out so much... Even though
I have not seen him
I'm just
since
saying
last
that
show.
Maybe you have these conversations and you think I'm there because I'm so a part of your life.
No, I asked him. He was standing right
He's
here.
like your Qui-Gon, where he's just fucking there like in a silhouetted...
I'm about to ruin it.
Aaron, train the boy.
So anyways, the person that I like,
really excited
because I'm kind of going around this, and I'm like, okay, I need to pick this movie because
I was never going to.
This is a person that is like, I mean, kind of iconic, man, and it's John Wayne.
Is this? Oh, okay,
so
I do remember this, but it wasn't.
The movie
in the
that I'm picking
was in the text.
Is going to be from 1956. It's directed by John Ford, which a lot of people say that this might be his best directed Western. Is from 1956 of The Searchers.
From the thrilling pages of life rides a man you must fear and respect. A man whose unconquerable will and boundless determination carved a lusty, rough, and boisterous slice of history called The Searchers. It's John Wayne as Ethan Edwards, who had a rare kind of courage. The courage that simply keeps on and on, far beyond all reasonable endurance, never thinking of himself as martyred, never thinking of himself as brave.
So we'll find him in the end, I promise you. We'll find him.
Here is a story of a man, hard and relentless, tender and passionate, of people who dared to challenge a hostile land.
Let's go!
And for those of you who don't know who John Ford is, he's the dude that fucking Steven Spielberg like interned for before he became Steven Spielberg. Taxi Driver is like loosely based on The Searchers. Lots of influence from The Searchers. Most of the Paul Schneider, or I think his name's Schneider, Paul Schrader, that guy. Most of the stuff he writes is all based on this film.
Grapes of Wrath. The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance.
Yes, which we also need to watch.
Just a lot of those old-timey Hollywood movies.
The Searchers is supposed to be a more racist version of Taxi Driver and set in the Old West.
And I hear that John Wayne's character is very much almost like Bogart's character in this movie where he's kind
morally
of good, kind of bad in the movie, so I'm kind of excited to see it.
Okay. I think I've maybe seen 2 John Wayne movies. I think one of them was like...
Hey, Pilgrim, are you going to Pilgrim?
Oddly enough, he's never starred in a Pilgrim movie, so that would be great.
Hey, Pilgrim.
Hey, Pilgrim.
I'm the John Wayne character in this John Wayne movie, Pilgrim.
He directed a movie about Aaron. Wee Willie Winky?
Doesn't even make sense. Giant sack of retard. Anyways.
No, I've seen, I think, Kelly's Heroes and then like one other.
No one asked, Jordan.
He's got a laundry list of movies, but yeah, I'm excited to because the only movie that I've seen, I believe the only movie I've seen with John Wayne is True Grit.
That's the other one I've seen because I've seen that one and then I've seen the remake.
I was just going to say I've seen the updated version of it. I've never seen the original.
The original's good. Yep. In fact, I actually feel like the original's better.
Hey, are you going to see Cocaine Bear with me on Friday, or are you going to say you're going to see it then never go see it?
Yeah, I'll go see it.
Okay. Do you want to see Cocaine Bear this week?
A movie I'm kind of excited to watch.
Let's go see it.
All right, cool. We'll do that as a show.
Use our passes.
I'll have to pay.
I would love to, but I'm really excited for it to not to work for you today, so we have to wait for the card.
Yep.
I don't know. Do know that it's in beta, correct?
Yes.
And that like everyone is having horrific issues with it.
No, bud. Not one person.
Okay. Go read the comments.
Go ahead.
We bought Movie Pass. I've had Movie Pass before.
This is a different animal. They've switched
Same guy.
Yes, but he figured out his mistakes.
Okay,
and
we'll see.
We're getting 2.0.
Yeah, we'll see.
$20 a month.
There was no mistakes last time, but I used it.
They lost so much money, and their problem was that it was really just AMC. Like they couldn't
burn
go
me
anywhere
once, fuck you. Burn me twice. Take my
They
money.
didn't burn me. See, I paid for the Movie Pass, and this was before Kim and I had like children. So like when I was off or whatever, I would literally go to the movies every day and just see whatever. I'd go see stuff I didn't even care about.
Just to
and
burn
then they were like, "Hey, we're bankrupt," and I was like, "Ah, that makes sense." And then
it must have been me. I've seen 30,000 movies.
So I used to,
week,
dude,
not even
directly
month.
from Aaron.
I'm not kidding you. I had a system where I'd go on eBay and I'd buy popcorn passes because people would sell their gift card popcorns like for their AMC points for like a fraction of the cost. So I'd have like 30 popcorns in 30 days, and then like I would fucking go to the movies every day, and then they went out of business. So when you said you bought it, I was like, I'll buy it too.
Yeah.
And then I started reading because everyone's like, it is terrible. It is terrible. It's still in beta. It's terrible. My card's not working. Blah blah blah. I tried to use it digitally. It's not working. Nothing's working. And then I saw a bunch of support answers that are like, you have to wait for the card. You have to wait for the card. You have to wait for the card. So good luck today, but I'm happy I will be happy it doesn't work for you because so I can say I told you so. Now
go live.
And go live. And so you can tell me.
I'll be using the phone to digitally pay for my shit.
We'll
Can't
see.
Go live with that.
We'll see. I'm excited. Do it. Yeah.
Just a picture of Jordan's feet.
I have nothing to do
On
after
the
this.
chair
Let's
in
just
front
go
of
to
him.
the theater and.
What the fuck? Just my feet.
I have no
kicking me.
desire to see Ant-Man again, but I'll go with you just to watch you
take you
not
there.
get in.
But anyway.
All right.
John Wayne.
We'll see how this works. John Wayne.
The Searchers.
The Searchers.
We're going to go see Cocaine Bear for the next show.
Cocaine
Then
Bear.
Snack Show. Now, I was going to fly out to fucking Austin and pick up chips because
I took too long to answer them, so we
no,
ordered them on
no,
eBay.
No, it wasn't that, actually. It was the nobody could tell me whether they would watch my children or not. And that is honestly the reason. It had nothing to do with that.
You should go with me.
What's that?
We should take them with.
I wouldn't mind that.
So
Two
this is
guys
something,
run around
this
Austin,
is something
baby,
that somebody
strapped to 'em.
sent me, and I'm like, where are those? And apparently they're super expensive online.
Of course they are.
Jesus Christ.
Let me see.
We need to get those. Even though I don't like fish-flavored chips.
What?
Did you see the other one?
Well, I don't want this. Please stop. Why do you have that?
Because somebody
You're
sent it to
such
me.
like a 60-year-old like.
No, somebody sent it to me.
These hilarious.
And he was like, dude, this is the only snack show I'm going to listen
down,
to.
the bikini comes
The
off.
bikini comes off. I'm gonna have hours of fun with this pen.
I mean,
the
it's
snacks at fucking
basically
Castle
kind of what the
Boutique.
snack show is about. But it's like,
Yeah,
Really?
I
The snack show is about eating dick-flavored chips. That's all you, bro. Go ahead and eat cock-flavored chips. I'm not eating cock-flavored chips.
Well, you will if I fucking bring them.
I'll take a chip in my mouth if that means good content for the show.
Anyways, so I was gonna go to Austin and buy new HEB chips because they're coming out with a new selection of chips, and I was able to find a guy online, and they were ridiculously expensive. But Kim, she said her schedule should be changing. I should be able to go to Austin here in the near future.
It's not like the fucking flavors were even like super spectacularly
That's
different.
Way to fucking kill my point when I'm trying to get like
Well,
go
then
somewhere.
You should make it then.
What?
I said you should make your point then.
No, what I'm saying is like that's what I have to hear from Kim. It's like, well, Scott said those flavors weren't even that impressive. Lemon pepper chips sound pretty fucking good to me. Korean barbecue, I don't know if you ever had Korean barbecue. It's
we
really
have had
good.
Korean barbecue.
And then fucking loaded nachos? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. So,
Should
eat
make one-
shit.
Should make one Starbucks Frappuccino.
Why?
You can have it with your basic fucking ass loaded nacho chips.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but Scott got
I
him to
don't-
be Fappuccino because he's gross.
Scott wouldn't get them. He'd be like, "Hey
He knows
guys,
my dick
I
is
saw
some
these
salty chips.
I saw these, but I didn't get them. Just so you know, they're there. Bye."
Yeah.
That's Scott.
Well, I
Anyway.
actually had to look these ones up, and they're in like goddamn like another country or some shit.
Well,
So
I'd go to the
you
other
have
country,
to.
but
like
God knows you wouldn't go with
$30
me.
a bag, and I'm like, we'll see.
It's a lot to spend on a snack.
We just got to pay taxes on the flight.
There you go.
12 hours. So, 12-hour flight to go get dick-flavored chips, I guess. Anyways, cool.
Snack
so,
show should be fun.
Snack show
a lot
should-
of peeps.
A lot of peeps, a lot of... And then the guy shipped... I did not get the sopapilla ones. Not yet, because I wasn't spending another $20 on a bag of chips. And But yeah, and then we'll see what we'll figure out the Austin thing. Maybe I'll save that for the next snack show. If she gets the time off, we'll go to just to get the sopapilla chips.
I think we should just review barbecue. Fuck snacks. Let's just go to Austin and eat barbecue.
I'm down.
I'm down to do it. Again, I'm okay to do it.
That's fine.
We just got to plan ahead.
Well, it's not.
I have to have a month, not a week.
The
you know
thing
what I mean?
that annoyed me about that is when I'm like, "Hey, do you want to do this?" and you're like, "Flip it about it."
I'm flippant because I need to know details and I need to plan my life around it.
The details are we wake up in the morning, we get on the plane, we go to Austin, and we come back when we can get on a plane back.
Well, we're not 20 anymore. We can't just fucking
I can
grab our belt and head out the door.
Fuck, sometimes
Aaron's like, I got 2 toddlers, man. I could totally do that shit right now.
Right? He's like, hey, do you want to do this? Kim's off. And I was like, no, she's not. She's got to deal with 2 kids.
I don't ask unless she's already said, like.
We've had this conversation before. And Kim, I know you're eventually going to hear this. She says yes, hoping that maybe you'll make the adult decision to say, never mind, I don't think this is a good idea.
Correct. But that's
you're going to get in trouble at some point, no matter what she says is okay.
Ding, ding, ding.
So it's not. So, yes, you are correct. However, it was her idea. She's like, well, why don't you take Jordan and go here? Take Scott too. And I'm like, well, because, I don't want to leave you with the kids. She's like, I'm fine with it as long as I have weekends off. Because you wake up with the kids throughout the week, blah, blah, blah. It's okay. We're a team, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, okay. It was her idea. If it wasn't her idea, I would say you're 100% correct. Usually when she goes, I guess, that's when I know I'm in trouble.
But was that
Still
the
do
first?
it.
Was that the first conversation? Or
Yeah,
it was
the
the
first
second one where she was like, okay, if you plan it out, I don't mind.
No, she said, no, I had asked other people to watch our children next weekend so I could go get the chips because I was going to try and get them for the snack show. And I was
so
pretty much
crazy.
getting denied down every alley, which is like.
Were you leading with, I want to go buy chips
No.
in Texas. Can you watch my
No,
kids?
no.
That might be hard to do.
But and I was just like, well, I don't know what to do, so I really want to get these chips. And she goes,
God.
well, I find out my new schedule on the 27th. What's up?
Look what my other co-host on the other show just posted in our Discord not 2 seconds ago.
The exact same.
The
thing
exact
that I
same
just
chips.
showed.
He just
That
showed
Gittles?
us. Yes.
I don't like that guy.
That's fucking hilarious.
Are you writing that? Are you like, I'm on the air right now? Oh, on the air. I'm recording right now.
I'll tell him about it. That's fucking
Ha, we beat you, Gittles.
by
We're
like minutes.
literally better than you in every way. Why don't you go eat more chicken sandwiches on air? And,
Oh, you listen.
oh, of course I do. I support you, unlike you supporting me. You're like, I refuse.
I
hang
don't
out with
support.
you.
I
Sitting
mentioned
here.
the show. I
No,
I
that's
still
not
do
what I'm
stuff.
talking about. I just want to hang out with you. Jesus Christ.
Let's hang out. We should plan something. What are you doing in March?
Come after.
So-
come after the show with me and play disc golf.
That's too
You're going to play disc golf after the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Oh, you hate me?
He doesn't have to go up.
I
north.
don't play disc golf, so
Well, if you were my true friend, you would.
I
You just go with me to
You
hang
could
out.
just learn.
Yeah.
Learn to play disc golf.
I tried. I'm just suck at it. But no, it's anyways.
Jordan's gonna come.
Yeah, it's
You
gonna be
guys
great.
have a great time.
I can't use my arms.
I have. I guess I'm gonna run some errands. I thought we'd get lunch or something, but it's all good.
So he doesn't tell us these things, and then
No, I said
assumes.
me and him because you go home to your 900 mile away thing, but
Anyway.
he lives there, so I could just be like, hey.
point. I know you're home. I'm at your door.
So
I mean, we could probably do dinner because they sure as hell ain't gonna be back for dinner.
Oh, they're
I don't
not coming
know.
back.
They have the kids.
I don't know. He
Nah,
eats dinner
they
at
ain't gonna
10.
be back.
What do you want to do for dinner?
I don't know.
We're just like planning our night.
Hey, everybody. Come
All right.
find
Like
us.
a married couple. What do you want? I don't know.
I don't
You
know.
choose.
No, I don't want that.
It's up to you. It's your choice.
All right, fine. Let's get chicken. I don't want
You want
that.
to get steak? You want to go to Texas Roadhouse? Kim hates Texas Roadhouse. I love Texas Roadhouse.
Why does she eat Texas
I don't
Roadhouse?
know. Ask her, please. For
Keep
the love
this
of
all
God.
in because I need to know because Texas Roadhouse, as much as it's like, I feel like it's like the fast food equivalent of a steakhouse. It's fucking delicious.
Like
I love Texas
steaks.
Roadhouse.
Steaks aside,
I mean,
I
loaded
don't,
baked
I don't
potato.
eat steaks from Texas Roadhouse. I just need the biscuits.
Oh, the biscuits are great.
What would you get if we went to Texas
with
Roadhouse?
the cinnamon butter?
Yeah, just
Oh.
biscuits.
You
and
get like
cinnamon
a
butter.
hamburger or
Just
something?
fucking eat that till I
Just
go
eat
into a
ribs.
diabetic shock.
All right, let's go to Texas Roadhouse tonight then. I'm going to get Hawaiian food for lunch, though. Okay.
Go to Ono.
We get,
No.
we get chicken.
There's a place up here on Santan called Big
Kahuna
Alo-
Burger?
No, Big Aloha or something. I don't know. All I know is all the people in there are Hawaiian, including the cooks, and it's the best katsu chicken I've ever had in my life. So,
I love katsu chicken.
yeah, it's fucking
Except for the time
delicious.
that we got it from fucking Uber Eats and they forgot the sauce.
Yeah,
Oh,
because it's
that's fucking-
dry.
How do you forget
Oh.
the
But see,
fucking
this place
sauce?
in Santan, you can You could eat it without the sauce.
Guys, no one cares one fucking bit.
Oh, well.
About this. We're still.
What do we do?
recording.
We got an hour. How long have we been going?
Well over an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like,
So
no one fucking cares.
no one.
Fucking katsu chicken, goddammit.
Next week we're gonna watch The Searchers.
Dish.
Then we're gonna have snack show, and maybe I'll do the intro next week. I don't know. I was upset. I was in my feelings. So this is
not.
I don't know. I think I found my new calling.
Yeah, your new calling, a gay porn star. Anyways, all right. So as always, I'm Aaron.
I'm Jordan.
And Scott, your new host.
Negative. We'll see you next week.
Push these nuts.
Well, see you later.